There's still a lot of partying going on. You take a look behind me, you can see there are fans all over the place down here. Thousands of Rockies fans still enjoying the opening day ceremonies. That game starts at 2:10 right down here at Coors Field. It's going to be a madhouse. You know how much Colorado loves their baseball. So if he keeps that up for the rest of the season, well, pretty soon everybody's going to be a Broncos fan. The Mavs currently lead the Adams State Grizzlies 5-0 in the bottom of the fourth inning. Well, they had two quarterbacks, but that quickly changed after Peyton retired and Brock, well, I mean, he split for Houston. People are going crazy. The whole city of Denver is just rocking the purple pinstripes. They traded in that orange and blue from the football season. Their goal differential is plus 47 on the year. And let me tell you, you don't have to be a math major to know that that bodes well for the Bulldogs. But enough about those guys. Agreed. We're from Bronco country, so we're going to talk some Broncos. Boy, it ain't local, but you better believe we're leading with it because today's March Madness proved to be every bit as insane as the name would imply. And then it falls on the defense's shoulders, and would you have it any other way if you're a Broncos fan? But they're going to be playing for a cause that is much bigger than the game itself. As you know, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and tonight is the Swing for Life fundraiser. Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. Coming up in sports, you guys just got done watching it, but the Broncos are going to Super Bowl 50, outscoring their opponents 175-12. Yeah. That is a real stat, people. And then we've also got TJ Shelton. We've been talking about him all week long. He is going for that elusive four-peat. And they've proven that they are a perennial powerhouse in the state of Colorado. Peyton coming back from the injury, helping to lead the team to a victory. So now we're going to look to continue to build on that success and turn their fortunes around at home, because the last time they were on this court, they lost to CSU Pueblo, something they don't do very often. You see that beautiful Bronco up there? That can only mean one thing. We are live at Sports Authority Field at Mile High out here in Denver. We're going to talk about the defense, more specifically the Broncos' biggest offseason addition. No sports, come on, man. Rain or shine, we keep playing. I'll tell you what, guys, it was a crazy scene in downtown Denver. Those kids showing a lot of pride in what they do on the mat. Mavs open up a new series with CCU tonight, and it's no secret they are really good at home. In fact, they've won almost 90% of their games in the friendly confines of Simplicio. This time tomorrow, we will know who's going to Super Bowl, New England or Denver. The guys get going. As soon as this game wraps up, they're going to be taking on Texas A&M Commerce, an NCAA tournament team from last year, so that should be another good matchup. Now, the Golden Eagles bring a formidable passing attack to the table. In the NFL, they have the Legion of Boom out in Seattle and the Mile High no-fly zone in Denver. But in the Grand Valley, we've got a stellar secondary of our own, and they're making a name for themselves.
We are the Glue Crew.
Okay,
and that's exclusive.
We feel like Glue Crew really represents as well, as we just try and stick on to the receivers.
Every group or something, they started their own thing, you know. So I feel like we're us, and somebody can want to be like us later. But Glue Crew, all day.
And that name is very fitting because this group has only allowed 4 passing touchdowns, the least in Division II football, and they've yet to give one up in the red zone, something no other defense in the country has done this year.
We just love it. We just know that not many people can pass the ball on us.
Even in practice, we just like the offense to know that this is the real deal on this side of the ball.
On top of all that, they have 15 interceptions between the 4 of them.
We're shut down, and so when the stats come to us, it's something that we know is right, you know, that we earned that.
Did you ever really have any idea that a group like this could be that dominant?
Yeah, we did. You know, in our recruiting process, when we looked at these guys, we knew that's what they're capable of doing, and that's why we wanted them in. When
the Mavs face offensive juggernaut CSU Pueblo, the Mesa defense will look to the Glue Crew to hold them together.
We're reenacting John Otto's first flag raising on 4th of July in 1913.
Every year for the last 102 years, a group of local residents makes the roughly 2.5-mile trek to the base of Independence Monument, a tradition started by the founder of the Colorado National Monument. And for over a decade, the Mesa County Search and Rescue Team has continued that ritual to a T.
John Otto stood there and actually chiseled holes and footholes, and we're following his exact path to the summit.
It's that 450-foot trek to the summit that ignites the patriotism within us all.
Being the 4th of July, you know, like the independence and just raising our flag there, it's just a big feeling, you know. It's just something that, you know, as Americans, you know, you can feel it.
A sentiment shared by a handful of first-time climbers.
Totally awesome. It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and it was incredible.
The views are great, and it was just an honor to be with this team today.
But for one first-time climber, the ascent proved to provide a little more.
This was one of the best experiences of my life. I'm really proud to have done it for the veterans and also for a very dear friend of mine whose ashes I was able to scatter on the top, who passed away recently. And I'd just like to say this one's for you, Brad Jefferson.
People show pride in their country in many ways, but on the western slope, we go the extra mile and make sure everyone knows loud and clear where our loyalties lie. Jesse Merrick, News Channel 5 Sports. That's all the time we have in sports. Stick around, though. We'll be right back.